awesome YouTubers, world, and cosplayers. I am known as Cosplay Princess Diana, and this is my YouTube channel. First off, if you're randomly scrolling through videos and you're like, what's this person talking about? Check above. Read the title. I would respect that a lot if you just don't go, this is stupid. I'm like, dude, you're the one who clicked on the video. But if you are really interested in what I have to say, this is about cosplaying, costumes, etc., etc. I'm going to talk about some terms. This is your basic cosplay video. Well, I think it's your basic cosplay video. Second off, if you get lost when I'm talking, check down below in the description box. I will write down all my definitions. These are my definitions. I don't know if they're official definitions, because when I go Googling cosplay, it does not show up as a definition. I'm dead serious. So I did some research, I learned a bit from my own experience, and I'm explaining now to the world and YouTubers, my friends, family, etc., etc., what my definitions are of cosplaying. If I get it wrong, let me know. I'll fix the description box and, turn out the real definition. Okay, so cosplay really is, if you Wikipedia it, dead serious, Wikipedia it literally means costume play. Pretty much, let's make it a bit more simple. Cosplay is a costume. Like right here, this is my costume. I'm wearing costume because I feel like it. Cosplay pretty much means you dress them in a costume. Not about Halloween, it's everyday life. You go to conventions, you go to a friend's house, a park, a movie theater. You go out in the world in your cosplay. It doesn't have to be Halloween. It can be Halloween if you want it to be. But it doesn't have to be Halloween. It can be any day you feel like it. And people that actually do cosplay, they're actually called cosplayers. Yep, they're actually called cosplayers. And that literally means someone who cosplays. And cosplayers, if you're a cosplayer and you do cosplay, you're doing cosplaying. It's pretty much a verb. It means you are a person who's going out and doing cosplay. It's nothing simple as that. Cosplay literally means costume play. Cosplayer, someone that does cosplay. Cosplaying, a cosplayer who is doing cosplaying. Pretty much someone who's doing cosplaying. And now I'm going to get into cosplaying a bit more in depth. I actually started cosplaying a little over 8 years, I want to say. Maybe like 8.5 years I've been doing cosplaying for. And it's really become, as my motto says, it's not a hobby anymore. It used to be a hobby when I was younger. It's actually become my lifestyle. I will go out into the world in my cosplays. And that is how I will dress every day, because it makes me feel better about myself. It makes me feel like I really am something. Maybe you just do cosplay for fun. Maybe you guys go to the park and you LARP or RP. Which reminds me, RP, role-playing. You can act as your own character. As a character that already exists in a comic, manga, anime, even a book. Role-playing. You act as a character and you talk with other people. LARPing, L-A-R-P. It literally means live-action roleplay. Most likely you're walking around with some friends at a park, at a convention, somewhere else, and you are actually doing a live-action roleplay. You're actually in costume, talking to other people. Usually roleplay is you over the phone, over Skype, over the internet. Usually there are chat sites you can use to roleplay, compared to live-action roleplay, which is actually being there in person, doing it in person. You're in person in your costume. Or you could just have a name tag that says who you are. And you're actually doing it in person. Alright, so conventions. I'm actually talking about cosplayers love conventions. At least the majority of them do. I personally love conventions. I go to one. Literally, if I could, I'd go to one every day. But I don't have time to wear my costumes. Okay. Just got sidetracked a bit. Conventions. I'm talking about, since cosplay is a pretty wide aspect. When I'm talking about cosplayers, first off, let's get it straight. I'm talking about people that are into sci-fi. People that are into costuming for comics. Manga. Manga is Japanese comic books. I actually have one over here if you want to see it. It's manga. Japanese comic book. I recommend this manga. See? It's a Japanese style comic book. You even read it the opposite way. Anime is actually Japanese cartoons. It's different from American cartoons, so please, some cosplayers are into anime will get really mad when you call cartoons anime. So just that's a tip. That's one of my tips. Don't mistake anime for cartoons. If you don't know which one it is, Ask someone that is really into anime. Is this anime or is this just a cartoon? And they'll get you straight. They'll tell you it. Okay. I think I explained those terms. But conventions are for cosplayers. They're for anime sci-fi fans. Comic book fans. Even you guys are awesome. People are into cartoons. People are into anime, manga, books. I don't care what you're into. If you dress them in a costume like your favorite character, that is cosplaying. And conventions are a great place to go because there are tons of other people in costumes. Who knows, someone might go up to you and say, I really love your costume. Can I take your picture? And most of us cosplayers are like, oh my god, this person likes my costume. They asked for my picture. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But usually we don't say that. We're pretty chill about it. We're like, yeah, sure, of course you can. But our minds were like, oh my god, they asked for my picture. They're so awesome. I feel so awesome right now. We love our pictures being taken. Second off, conventions are great because you can meet other people. There are several different types of things you can meet. You can meet other Lolitas. Let's do a quick little definition. Lolita is a type of costume. It's actually more of a type of fashion made in Japan. It's got this adorable, sweet little sense, but you can do several types of Lolitas. I'm going to go on to a video about Lolitas a different day, but Lolita is a type of cosplay. In my description box, I'll probably give you a better definition that I'm giving you right now. It's pretty much a type of cosplay. It's known as a sweet girl cosplay. It's what I call it, a sweet girl cosplay, like ruffles, lace, you know, all that, those little bonnets, little hair ties, hairpins, everything. This is not Lolita, by the way. This is my Heimgera. Another definition. I'm writing my description box, I should remember. Heimgera. It's the princess look. Tiara, big poofy hair. I don't have big poofy hair, so I don't feel like taking a bunch of hairspray and putting my poofy hair. But it's pretty much the princess look. Tiaras, fancy dresses. I bought this at Debs, by the way. Go to Debs on clearance. If you get those dresses on clearance, they're really good. Get them on clearance if you rent them anytime. And that was the start of one of my rants. I go on rants a lot, for the record. So if you really want someone to talk seriously, don't go to me. I go on rants. Anyway, so conventions are a great place not only for you to meet other cosplayers, for people to compliment on your costumes. Some people go there just because they want to see how other people think of their costumes. Most people are really, really nice. Cosplayers are generally nice people. They're not creepers. Although there will be creepers at conventions, I'm sorry, but there are going to be those few people that are going to be trying to go after people. They're just creepers. That's all I can say. But they're generally anime fan, manga fans are really friendly. They're really nice. People that go to anime, manga, comic conventions are really nice people. They're friendly. If someone likes your costume, most likely they'll get up the courage and go up to you and say, hey, I really like your costume. And you'll feel good about yourself. I really haven't gone to an anime convention other than one a few years ago in which people have been mean to me. And if people are mean to you, they are totally jealous of how awesome your costume is. Unless, and this is my unless you buy your costume and you tell the world you made it, then you're an asshole. That's straight up forward. I have been to conventions and people have said they made it and they actually bought it, and I was pissed at them. So if you bought it, don't be afraid to say where you bought it from, because people are gonna like it even if you bought it. And they're gonna like it if you made it. They're gonna like it if you altered it. Altering, another cosplay term. 3 ways to make costumes. Altering. I take a shirt and I cut the sleeves on it, I add some lace to it. That's altering. You alter clothes that already exist. Buying. You buy it from a seller, a vendor, etc., etc. That's the same word. Making. You make it. This is actually my latest made costume. I don't have my limits complete yet. I made this all on my own. Except there's a hoop skirt underneath here that I did not make. I bought that one. Hoop skirt underneath here. Anyway, conventions are also a great place if you are look at conventions. See who's going to be there. Research it. Because sometimes at big time conventions, there will be famous artists. There will be artists there that you love. For example, I went to a convention a few years ago. Artist of Fairy Tail. He made Fairy Tail, the manga. Great guy. And you can get their autographs there, usually, because they're really nice. But don't hug them. Unless you get the permission to hug people. Don't hug people. Nerd tip. Do not hug people. Anyway. So conventions are also a great place to meet artists. Also, I love conventions because there's usually vendors. You can get stuff that From vendors, you can get custom-made artwork, commissions, you can get buttons. This is my wall of buttons. Most of these buttons are from artists that make buttons of anime characters. Also, vendors are great. You can get a bunch of stuff that are like handmade from the home, made by artists. Also, it's great for events. Take a really close convention by me, Genericon. There are events there. You can participate. There are games. There are LARPing. There are actually some places where you can actually go to a room and you can LARP with other people, and they'll give you a theme like you're in school, LARP, or you're in the middle of a forest, LARP that way, and you act in this LARP. It's also great for food. They sell Japanese food at most conventions, or they sell themed food. I'm mainly talking about anime manga conventions, but events, great idea. Food, really good tasting. But don't go to conventions just for food, because they will not have that much food. Mainly go for the events. Getting to show off your cosplay. There are some big events I'm going to talk about right now, quickly. One of the events I absolutely love is called a Cosplay Craftsmanship Contest, also known as Cosplay Contest. You make your costume. Usually it's pretty strict rules. There are some younger or smaller cons that are fairly easy. You make your costume, you enter a costume contest, you get to show off to everyone else, what is your costume? And there's also something called Cosplay Chess. You act as a chess piece, and you actually get to have other people, and you get to be controlled, you get to act like a chess piece, kind of cool idea, cool concept, never done that before, I can guarantee I've never done it before. Cosplay Skit. This is something huge. Huge. Skits are huge in conventions, mainly bigger conventions. They are ginormous. You and some friends can get together, make a skit, and you perform it on stage. If you do that, you are awesome. If you do a costume contest, you are awesome. If you do a, chess thing, you are awesome. Cosplay skits, if you feel like people are going to boo you, people don't boo you. They think you're amazing. Because, say, for example, if you're dressing up as one of their favorite characters, they're going to think you're awesome. They're going to cheer you on. We cosplayers are not mean. Like I said earlier, we're not mean. We will cheer you on. We will encourage you. We will think you are awesome. We might not think you're the best, but we will think you're awesome at least. And that is a bit about conventions, because I just had to get out of my way a bit about conventions. It's a place where you can do events. Not only these big events, but you can also do games. You can trade in your comics, trade in your trading cards, trade in your little plushies, trade in whatever. You can do trading with other people. And I know at smaller conventions you can do a lot of events. For example, there was a karaoke event we could do, and you could karaoke, do some of your favorite songs from your animes. I know there's some pretty popular songs from Full Moon Wo Saga and some other ones. Yes, that is an anime name. Look it up. Great anime. If you're into pop anime, you're into girls becoming singers, look it up. Not gonna get sidetracked anymore. Cosplaying, great events. There's karaoke. There are sometimes free stuff. I went to a big convention, Japan Expo, a few years ago. They had a whole section where you could check out new video games coming out in France. You really could check out new video games. It's a lot of fun. Best to go with friends, because you and your friends will find something you like. So for example, you like talking to a vendor. You like hanging around, dancing randomly. There's going to be something you like at conventions. I highly doubt you won't like conventions, whether it's the seller, the events. And be sure, when you go to conventions, check the events beforehand, because you don't want to miss an event. You don't want to get there too late and miss an event. There are tons of events. There are people dressed up like characters, and they'll have an ask me questions, and they'll ask like the characters, and you can ask them any question in the world, and they'll do their best to act like the character and answer your questions. Those are a lot of fun. There are also things where you can ask an artist a question, or things like that. But cosplaying, it's really a huge world, and that's what it really is. I just had to say, it's infinite. It really is, and the world does not give enough credit to cosplayers, because I am actually a cosplayer, and people don't give enough credit to me. I feel like they really seriously don't, because people go, oh, yeah, that's a nice costume. Where'd you buy it? I'm like, dude, I made it. You made it? Yeah, I made this costume right here. How long did it take you? A month. I'm not kidding. It took me about a month to do this all. But let's just make it simple, and I'm going to wrap up this video. So yeah, everyone, do me a favor and like my video, thumbs up, subscribe to me if you want more about cosplaying, send me feedback, love your feedback down below in the suggestion little box. Also, check out for my next video on next Friday. I don't know what it's going to be about yet. Also, if you're curious about more stuff about me, my cosplays, what's going on in my cosplay world, do me a favor. Please check out my Facebook page in the description box. Please check it out. Like my Facebook page. Follow me. I would totally love getting some feedback on my first video. Didn't mean to rant so much. I love talking. And yeah, check me out next Friday. I'll have another new video. And most likely on my Facebook, I'll probably tell around Thursday so what my new video will be about. Love you all. Bye.